there are some houses you just don't want to come inside. Like this one, for example. You may not have heard of it before, but it is known by many names, including the Lemp Mansion or the Black Skull House, and it has one of the most tragic backstories behind it that you will ever hear. Welcome back, everybody, to my channel. And tonight's episode is going to take us over to St. Louis, Missouri. It all begins with a man named Nicholas Lamb, who in 1836 came from Germany to St. Louis and began working as a brewer. In 1846, he saved enough money to open up his own brewery, and by the 1850s, became one of the wealthiest men in town. He purchased a large plot of land and built a mansion that would become known as the Lemp Mansion. Now what follows is where things start to get strange. After living there for several years, Nicholas Lemp took his own life in his bedroom. It was said that his wife had passed away just a few months prior, and he just couldn't take it anymore. But after his death, strange things started to happen. People began reporting seeing the ghost of Nicholas walking the halls of his mansion. Lemp's son, William, was so disturbed by these goings-on that he put the house up for rent. That didn't last long, because soon after, the new tenant also reported strange activity and moved out. So William decided to live in the home himself. Now William was a heavy drinker and apparently an abusive father, which made his daughter Marie move out and never return. William ended up drinking so much that he died at the young age of 29 from cirrhosis of the liver. And right after he died, Marie regretted leaving and came back to the house, only to be greeted by the sight of her father's ghost. His other son Peter inherited the mansion, and he had no intention of living there. He actually hated the house so much that he set fire to it and then left town. As the fire raged, people could see the ghosts of Nicholas, William, and even the daughter Marie standing by the windows when firefighters arrived. They found the charred remains of William's body still sitting in a chair, as if he were waiting for something. But the story doesn't end there. After Peter set the house ablaze, it was rebuilt and sold several times over the years. Every single owner had the exact same experience of hearing footsteps, seeing apparitions, and even interacting with ghostly figures. One owner even reported that he had hired a contractor to do work around the house, and the contractor told him that he refused to work past 5 p.m. because that ES when all the ghosts came out to play. Okay, now we can move on to the really weird part. A lot of historians say that the ghost stories surrounding the house are just a bunch of nonsense, but there's one thing they can't deny, which is that the house itself is literally haunted. There are multiple ghost tours in St. Louis that make regular stops at the Lemp Mansion to tell stories about the tragedy that befell the family. And every tour guide will warn their group that if you stand outside the mansion and listen really hard, you can hear the ghosts wailing inside. Now, I don't know about you, but that sounds like a total load of BS. I mean, come on. How can you hear ghosts wailing? It's not like you're going to get in there and find out. Well, unless you're one of those paranormal investigators that went into the house. Because according to legend, they got way more than they bargained for. See, before they entered the house, they used a pendulum to measure the energy inside. And as they walked through the front door, the pendulum suddenly started swinging wildly, then smashed into a wall and broke. They tried setting up cameras to capture evidence, but every time they did, the equipment would either break or the batteries would die. Then when they finally managed to get a camera to work, it picked up an apparition that was caught in the corner of the frame. Some say it looks like a woman in mourning clothes, while others say it looks like a little girl. Either way, it freaked out the investigators so badly that they ran out of the house and never returned. Now, I don't know about you guys, but that sounds like a pretty scary story. If it's true, then I don't think I'd want to go poking around inside. What about you? You want to spend the night in the Lemp Mansion? Let me know your thoughts down below. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed this video, then hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We've got lots more scary stuff coming your way. Till then, stay safe, stay awesome, and I'll see you next time on the channel.